My name is Michaela Burns.
Woo!
And this is a memoir dedicated to my grandmother, who influenced all around her. And because this piece was so personal, it was very difficult for me to write. And my mentor, Erica Doland, gave me the sound advice of taking it easy and revealing everything. So thanks, Erica. Red apple pie. The wooden plank floor with faded basketball markings is where my mother, adorned in a beanie in the black and gold of McUpton Tigers, posed with other cheerleaders for a picture, which now lived in the gold frame on top of grandmother's television. Eyeing the stage at the other end of the room, I imagined seeing my mother and the two other members of her singing group, the Teardrops, in long, sky-colored dresses and loose flowing hair, newly freed from their standard style of tightly woven braids. The story of the talent competition I'd heard many times. The 11-year-old threesome sang My Guy by Mary Wells and popped their fingers rhythmically to the driving beat while their arms from elbow down swayed back and forth in unison like windshield wipers. The woman's story always ended with a description of how the thunderous applause seemed to rock the room and how, most importantly, Grandmama stretched her stained lips in a smile from ear to ear. Always missing from the story is who won. My own journey to this worn space, alive with ghosts insistent on telling stories, began 2 weeks earlier. Grandmama and I had sat across from each other, our eyes focused on the task at hand, peeling the red apples for red apple pie. Dark red peels formed slow, continuous circles inside the faded silver bowl positioned on the kitchen table, a vessel brought back from a long-ago trip to Mexico overflowed with plump, blushing apples. The Kentucky air found its way leisurely through the screen windows of the kitchen, along with the familiar sound of buzzing insects. A dull knife clenched in my small fist carved off the thick shells of the fruit. At 10 years of age, it was thought that I could only be trusted with a knife so dull that it might as well have come out of my plastic kitchen set I received from Christmas 3 years ago. The only difference between my plastic cutlery and my current knife was that my doll's knife was pink and probably sharper. Despite this obstacle and my lack of experience in the kitchen, I was eager to see that quiet, approving look my grandmother always wore when a job had been done well. Grandma glanced up from her own decreasing pile of apples, blinking thick, curly lashes. I looked into her freckled face and shook my head affirmatively. She peered into my empty bowl of apples that I'd hacked mercilessly. Half of the tender white flesh still stubbornly clung to the peel. She clicked her tongue to the rhythm of the cricket hovering outside the window before letting loose her laughter. Child, you sure know how to murder an apple. Putting her experienced, wrinkled hand over mine, she guided it to the top of the fruit. Together we sliced horizontally around the circumference until perfect circlets filled the bowl. Gazing at our accomplishment, we burst into laughter like girlfriends sharing a special secret. This is how you do it, Grandma said, as she turned her naturally bright eyes towards me and gave me her nod of approval.